Welcome to the Love Holistic Living podcast, your roadmap to heal and align mind, body, and soul and become intuitive through food, pleasure, and spirituality with your host and Italian friend, Sara Garofalo. Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode in which we're going to discuss feminine and masculine approach to lifestyle. It's one of the hot topic of the month, I would say, because so many people right now are wanting to be healthier in the new year, new me. And I feel like this is my duty to present you with this different solution, which so many of you know as diet versus lifestyle. I want to give you more of the spiritual background and concept behind this because I think it's so valuable and it's something that has changed my approach completely. Now, if you haven't already, grab my book, go and visit manjacookbook.com to grab your copy because there are chapters that are leading you and helping you to create this healthier and more balanced lifestyle within yourself and with yourself and for your family. Because at the end of the day, if we're not happy where we are at, then everyone else around us, including us, are suffering. So I don't want that for you, but let's dive right into it because going to start with a quote that probably you already know, but according to Harvard University, 95% of the people that diet and lose the weight, what happens is that they gain all of the weight back and or more in 3 to 5 years time. Now, while the actual percentage varies, the underlying reason is quite simple. Diets take you out of the equation. Diets do not account for biochemical individuality, which is a fancy saying that everyone is unique. And that is something that I wanted a unique approach to my lifestyle, to my body, to who I am. And these days, I can't tell you how many women and men, but I'm specifically talking for women, is that many of us operate from the masculine energy in every area of our lives. And you're probably wondering, what are you talking about? What is this masculine versus feminine energy? Because maybe you don't understand. So let me give you guys a quick review of the concept and also tangible examples. The masculine energy is the energy of the sun, is the energy of determination and fire energy and pushing and hustling and getting things done and being efficient and really setting goals that you're going to achieve no matter what. That is the energy of the masculine. The energy of the feminine, right, is the moon energy, is the sensual, the intuitive, the resting and rejuvenating energy, is listening versus hustling. And when you apply this to lifestyle, you can apply this to anything really, to dating, to business. You start to understand that, first of all, where you're operating from. And second of all, which one do you want to keep doing? I realized that I was operating from the masculine energy of constantly hassling my body. So, the masculine approach to weight loss is definitely the well known methodology of tracking calories, following a strict regimen, workout, and routine. This approach forces us to a micromanaging system where we believe controlling every aspect of our lives will get us the results we want. But our bodies hate to be forced into restricting, and they will activate the fight or flight response as a form of protection. The body is going to respond to you pushing and hustling because it's going to have to, it must protect from you. It's kind of like abusing the body. When you don't listen, for example, let's just say that you work out 7 days a week. And we all know that exercise is great. But when you overdo it, and I speak from being an athlete, what that taught me, what that really taught me in terms of like understanding my body is that the more I push when I needed to rest, the more I created injuries. And if there is one thing that I learned is that I get a lot more out of it when I exercise and then I rest the next day. The integration process is as important as the training process. But the masculine way doesn't see that. The masculine is like, I'm going to push through the pain, through the restriction. And then there is that point in your life where you screw it all up. Like you're like, I can't do this anymore. And then there's the binge. I did that. So many of my clients have been through that. And that is not the moderate, balanced lifestyle that we all want to achieve. So let's try to be less extreme and let's go into the feminine approach, which is a softer energy. Instead of restricting, instead of pushing, we are listening. We are resting. We are listening to the body's cues, whether you are having a physical response, like a hunger response, or an emotional response. Maybe it's sadness, maybe it's anxiety, maybe it's depression. Okay, so I would say the first step is to really understand is the physical, is the emotional, and the only energy that is capable of listening is the feminine energy. Rather than relying on external factors to determine how much we eat and move, we turn inwards. We turn to listen to our own body. And the feminine energy is all about trust and respect towards feelings and emotions. And if you start to understand this, right, you will probably start to understand that working out intuitively is not setting unachievable goals to go to the gym 7 days a week, unless you're training for that. I am not saying the athlete shouldn't do that because it's the purpose of an athlete. But if you are a busy working woman who's trying to have a balanced lifestyle, okay, then let's slow down a little bit more. Let's find that middle ground. It's not black or white. It's not like I'm not working out or I'm working out 7 days a week, 3 times a day. It's more like I am choosing today what's best for my body. So I wake up every single day and I ask myself, what is that I need? I need a walk. I need a hike. I need to swim. Do I need to go to yoga, Pilates, biking, whatever that is? And I listen. So many people ask me, what are you going to do during the weekend? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to wake up. And I used to be type A woman, like planned months in advance until I learned the feminine energy way of living my life, which is led by intuition. And if there is one thing that you can't do with intuition is to plan. You can't plan if you want to learn to live the intuitive way. So how do we achieve that is by waking up and staying anchoring down into the present moment and ask ourselves, what does my body need today? Maybe it's the food that you're going to eat. So I wake up and I'm like, I feel like oatmeal. I feel like cappuccino and croissant. I feel like an egg scramble. And the same thing for working out. And I apply this to my business as well. Now, of course, there are certain things that we have to plan. I'm not saying that we're like flowing with no schedule, but in the schedule, we can create the flow. That's all I'm saying. So instead of meal planning for the whole week and say on Thursday, we're having lasagna, on Friday, pizza, on Saturday tacos and Sunday Chinese food. Hey, exciting news! Do you want to go to Italy with me on a culinary and spiritual journey? Do you want to experience Italy through the eyes of an Italian? Join me for an intimate luxury women's retreat in June 2024 with good food, good company, meditation, healing, soul provoking conversations to help you rest, rejuvenate, and awaken your soul. This event will be shared with 7 other women in one of the most beautiful local towns in northern Italy. Spots are limited, and if interested, visit loveholisticliving.com/Italy-retreat. Again, loveholisticliving.com/Italy-retreat. So excited. Let's not do that. What is the gift of you arriving at a Saturday night and say, I'm really craving this food. Let's order this. Like, why planning in advance? Yeah, for so many of you, it's about meal budgeting. So, what I do with that, if I want to budget money for my meals, I do it the intuitive way. And I'm about to tell you how. I write down what are the meals that I'm craving that week. So, for example, let's just say that there is salmon, then I have like a chicken dish, then I have lasagna, and then I have a pizza another night. And let's just say 4. So I write those down and I buy those ingredients. Yet I don't decide when I'm going to eat those ones. I live that day fully, and then I say, I feel like having salmon tonight. I feel like having pizza tonight. That is a gift to allow yourself to be anchored in the present moment. That is truly the intuitive way, the feminine way of building trust with your body. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what the body's going to crave tomorrow. You don't know if you're going to wake up bloated tomorrow and all you want is going to be a soup. You don't know. So stop planning. Stop being in the masculine energy. Start shifting today. Start dropping the restrictive meal plans and the restrictive and or hustling workout sessions unless you're training for something, okay? Hear me out here. I am not saying don't do those things. But if you are trying to live a balanced lifestyle and you're struggling with that, then drop all of that. Drop all of what you've been doing because obviously it's not working out. So you can choose to keep banging your head against the wall with the same path that you've been walking on, or try a different route. And don't forget that I have a spiritual weight loss course that is available to you at any point in time in the year. It's a self-paced course, and it's designed to walk you through ditching the diet and going through the physical, emotional, and kind of like this spiritual weight loss process in a more balanced way so that you can achieve your desired goal of building a healthy lifestyle. And I'm going to drop the link down below. So don't forget to check that out if that's your goal this year. But I'm going to now share the 5 major shifts we need to make to ditch the diet and become more intuitive. Number 1 is ditching counting calories. So stop counting every single calorie you consume every single day. I've done that and it's a prison. I can't tell you how much energy you're going to gain from stop counting calories. You again will receive immediate energy and you're going to be able to start trusting the body. Now, number 2 is ditching the scale. When you constantly weigh yourself, you create an obsession. Energy goes where your attention flows. So when I place my attention onto my weight every single day, I get frustrated because the body is primarily made out of water, just so you know, and it fluctuates every single day. And if I would be weighing myself every single day, I would be driving myself completely nuts, which I've done in the past. So let me tell you, I ditched the scale and was the best decision ever. And I just started to feel how I was feeling every single day. Again, that's the feminine way of a healthy lifestyle. It's like feeling how you feel in your skin rather than relying on the external validation factors like the number on the scale. Number 3 is learning your mind body constitution. So, discovering my mind body constitution, and I talk about this in the book, completely transformed my life because it got me out of that diet mentality to understand that I have a unique body. Like, I came into this world with a physical and emotional attributes. There is a whole holistic system, okay, related to this. And instead of caloric deficit, I started to really pay attention to my digestive health. And I understood also because I became a certified Ayurvedic counselor, so I studied the system. As long as your digestive system runs properly, you are healthy. You will return to your natural healthy body weight effortlessly. All right. So this is also an episode for another time. So I'm going to save all of this for another time. But let me give you step number 4. Practice listening to your hunger cues. After years of dieting, it's essential to reestablish a connection with your hunger cues because we've been conditioned for many years to eat a certain way at at a certain time frames. So that deprives you from your innate abilities to connect with your hunger cues and also your emotional cues. So you have to reestablish that. How do you do that? Well, you start listening to when you're feeling hungry, feeling the gastric juices, the fire in your belly, and the sound of the stomach feeling hungry. Those are all cues. And I can't tell you how many women weren't connected to that. So we, throughout the program, they were like, oh my God, I'm feeling hungry again. Oh, I'm feeling my digestive system. That was the connection that they gained. So it takes time, but I promise you, you'll get there. And number 5, needs versus wants. So asking yourself what you crave and what you want versus what you should eat today is a crucial step in ditching the masculine approach of dieting. When we practice the feminine approach to weight loss, it isn't about what you should eat, but what you feel like eating. Every day will be different. You're not a robot. I keep telling people that. So stop treating yourself like a mathematical equation. It doesn't work. So, reaching a healthy weight and a positive body image should not feel like a struggle. If you feel like you're struggling, I'm encouraging you today to reevaluate the approach. Okay. So, let me know, are you ready to let go of a diet to learn the intuitive eating? You can tag me at love.holistic.living on Instagram and tag one of my posts and also share the podcast episode. If you found this helpful, don't forget to review it. If you really enjoy this episode and other episodes, that would mean the world to me. And the last question I'm going to leave you with today is, are you ready to let go of control? Tune in and trust your body. So again, a big ciao by your Italian friend Sara, and have a blissful day.